Welcome survivors to a world torn apart by chaos. This is my Wastelander style base. Designed to thrive in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, this vertical base is a rugged, chaotic masterpiece that embodies the true punk rock survival vibe. Whether you're part of a large tribe or a solo survivor looking for a unique challenge, this base has everything you need to dominate the wasteland. Inside this incredible base you will find a bottom floor crafting area and dino pen, perfect for keeping your wasteland tames safe and sound. A greenhouse, a beacon of life amidst the desolation. A bar and eating area where you and your tribe can gather for a hearty drink and meal. A mystical sanctuary where your dodos can roam free in safety and comfort. And finally, perched at the very top of the tower, a landing platform for your flyers, the ultimate aviary to protect your flying tames. If you find yourself enjoying today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, share your thoughts on this Wastelander build in the comments, and subscribe. It's completely free and helps me out a ton. Now, without further ado, let's dive headfirst into this incredible post-apocalyptic build tutorial. Jesus Christ, it's a bumpy ride. Oh, mind the rock. Yep, to the left. Okay, easy driving, nothing to it. Welcome, fellow survivors, to a brand new building episode on a brand new map and in a brand new year. It's 2025, and you know what that means? It means we're going to be stepping up our building, our survival series, and more importantly, production value. Hence why I'm driving this car for no reason other than it looks cool at the start of this tutorial. So brace yourself, ladies and jelly spoons, and stop car. And now I get on top of this car so we can do this final shot. So, without further ado, let's start this year off with a bang. Welcome, fellow survivors, to Extinction, where we will be building on today's episode. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had an amazing 2024 and are excited for what 2025 has in store. Today, we're diving into my all-in-one Wasteland Base build. The rugged style of this base makes the tutorial a bit more flexible, but don't worry, I'll guide you through every step along the way. But really quickly, before we dive into today's build, a quick shout out to my amazing sponsor for this video. This video is sponsored by Vanquished and their Relinquished PvE server. If you're looking for a free ARK cluster with an amazing welcoming community, you're in for a treat that's perfect for all players of all skill levels. If you want to join a thriving community with fun events, modded dinos and endless adventures, be sure to check out their Discord. The link is in the description below. A big thanks to Vanquish for sponsoring this video. Right, let's start the tutorial. On the map today we are here. Latitude 75.6, longitude 69.2. This dusty stretch is part of the desert dome. Far from water sources but close to the edge, offering easy access to the wastelands. It's near a city terminal and home to plenty of morella tops to keep you hydrated. The barren, rugged landscape is the perfect setting for our post-apocalyptic build today. Right, so to start the build off, guys, all you need to do is add in a pillar or two on the floor. So I've gone 2 pillars high here, and then I've added a triangle ceiling on top. That's how we're going to start this build today. And then from here, we're going to go across by 4 more. So we've already added 1, so it'll be 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to have 5 triangles in total, and that's 3 on this side. As you can see, there'll be 3, 1, 2, 3 on this side. And then we're going to want to add a pillar. And then from here, we're going to add in some normal ceilings. We're going to add 3 in total. 1, 2, 3. And then another pillar. Now, all you need to do from here, guys, is just repeat what we've just done. So you're going to do 5 triangles and then 3 squares. 5 triangles, 3 squares. 5 triangles, 3 squares. All the way around until you meet back to where you started. So let's go ahead and do that now. So it should look like this. And then from here, we're going to simply, wherever there's a triangle, we're going to add a square. And wherever there's a square, we're going to add a triangle. So this will be triangles. And basically, guys, we're just going to fill in the entire section in the middle here. So whenever I'm going to need to use pillars, I'll have to use some pillars for support. But other than that, it's a very, very simple job of just filling it all in like this. So let's go ahead and get this done now. Now, I've decided to stop right here, guys, because I thought I could fit it all in. I could have done that. I could have just kept on going and keep filling it in. But I also could lower the floor here and then have an industrial forge in the middle, which I think I like the idea of. I do this quite a lot in some of my all-in-one builds. I think this could be quite fun for this base as well. So the way we're going to lower the floor is we're going to use some quarter walls down here. So I'm just going to keep using quarter walls all the way around. And then from these quarter walls, you just want to add in your ceilings. So I'm going to do one ceiling here, then a triangle, then a ceiling, and just repeat this all the way around. And basically, you just want to fill in this whole section down here. So let's go ahead and do that now. There we go. So we've got the little indented area in the middle, which I'll probably put an industrial forge in. Or I might do something different. Who knows? We'll see. Right, now it's time to decide where you want your main entrance at. I think I want my entrance right here. So I'm just going to keep a mental note of this by probably just adding a wall here and a pillar. Because I think I want the entrance to come out a little bit. I don't want it to be like right inside here. I want it to come out. So I'm just going to leave a space here for the entrance and just keep in mind that that's where that's going to go. Now, for the rest of the build, guys, it's really up to you what material you use to build, because we are going to be changing a lot of this over to the Bob's Tall Tales skin pack, the new Wasteland skin pack. But I've decided to use stone. I will be using some wood as well today, and maybe some metal as well. So quite a mixture, So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go up by 15 with the walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And literally, we're just going to add 15 walls high all the way around. Now, some of these will be windows in places. I'm going to be making big areas for windows. But I don't actually know where I want to put my windows yet. So we're going to just fill it all in with walls and then decide later. I know that might annoy some people, but I think this is the best way to work sometimes. Just make a giant block of walls and then decide later where you want the windows to go. So let's go ahead and add the walls in now. And once you've added in all of those walls, it should look something like this. Now, I know a few of you in the comments might say, well, I can't fly around like you lots in creative mode. How do you expect me to build all the way up there? Well, just tame yourself a Tapejara. That's what you got to do. Tame yourself a Tapejara and fly up and build around here. Use a T-Rex or a Brontosaurus, whatever you have, to be able to build higher. Or just simply add in some stairs going up and around the inside and work your way to the top. That's the easiest way to do this. So for the next stage, guys, where we've left the gap that I mentioned at the beginning for the entranceway, where we started off with triangles, we're going to add 3 normal ceilings going across like this. So this is basically going to be a decking going all the way around. What we're going to do from here, like we did earlier, is just now do triangles. and then do ceilings like so, and then triangles again all the way around until you get back to where you started. So I've got around the entire thing, guys, and now I'm just going to do one more layer. So we're going to do triangles now from the front. So triangles like so, and then squares. So we're basically going to do that all the way around until you reach back to where you started. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. So once you've gone around the entire thing, guys, it should look something like this. Okay, well, next we need to add in some stairs so we can actually get up to this section. So I'm just going to add in 3 in total, going across like so, down to the floor. For the entrance, I'm not really sure what I actually want to do. I was considering bringing it out, but I might actually keep it inside. I can't remember what I did originally. So I originally built this on stream, and I could just watch the video back, but screw it. I'm just going to do what I feel like doing. So I'm going to do a doorway here. So this is going to be a dinosaur gate right there. And then above this, I think I'll just do some ceilings above this, like so. And then from this ceiling here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 high and place in 3 more going across. So I'm imagining this will be another like balcony section here. Now, guys, I really want to encourage everyone to just kind of let loose here. You don't need to worry about doing exactly how I'm going to do it, because the beauty of the Mad Max style is it's all over the place. It's all wacky. There are things going to be flying off in different directions over this build, so we're just going to have some fun with it and see what we come up with. So I think next up, I'm going to go to the left of where we just put these ceilings. I'm going to go down 1, and I'm going to start putting a balcony coming out this way. Now, the difference is I'm actually going to go out by 3, and then 4 if I can. So I'm going to need to put in some pillars here. And I'm going to do some skinny pillars going all the way down to the floor. And then 4, 5. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total. And I'm going to do another set of pillars coming down. And then on top of this, we're going to add in a little tiny house. So I'm going to do 1, 2, going all the way around here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then I'm going to close it off here. So I'm going to put in a little doorway here, and then do another wall. Another wall. I'm going to do 2 walls here. And the same on this side. And then we're going to add in some railings. So it doesn't matter what railings you use, because these are all going to change to the Bob's Tall Tales railings eventually. So I'm going to place in some railings like so, going up, in the middle as well, and around all the gaps. Now for the roof, rather than using a giant roof, we're just going to use a ramp. So I'm going to use a stone ramp on the top of this house. And then we're just going to fill up the bottom part of the ramp with railings as well. Now I'm going to go up by another 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think this is where I want my next sort of nub coming out of the wall. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go out by 2 in total for this one, I think. So on top of this, rather than using stone, guys, I'm actually going to use wood. I'm going to use wood. I might replace some of the stone in places with wood, just so you know. But I know I want this wood. So this is going to be a wood doorway here. 1, 2 on this side. 1, 2 on this side. In the middle, we're going to do a double doorway. 1 and 2. And then on the sides, we're just going to do a standard wall. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And on this side as well. Now, for the roof, I'm just going to use a simple stone ceiling, followed by a quarter stone ceiling. If I can get the right one. There we go. So I'm going to bring that all the way across, like a little overhang. And then for the middle bit, we're going to add in a door on both parts. And then on this section here, we're going to actually add in some ladders. Now, I try and get the ladder on the inside rather than the outside. I don't know if I can. Doesn't look like I can. That's fine. It's whatever. We'll just do the outside. So this here, guys, is exactly what we're going to be doing around the entire build. Basically, we're just going to put random bits of nubs coming out from the building places. And this is what I'm saying. You don't have to follow me along exactly. You just go absolutely crazy. Put a nub here, a nub there. Put a nub down here. It doesn't matter where you put the nub. Just put the nubs anywhere you'd like. So what I'm going to do now with you guys is I'm going to do 2 more nubs. I'm going to put a nub on this section here. And then you guys can go crazy. Just do whatever you want all the way around the build. So I'll show you 2 more nub designs. Starting with finishing off this one, I just realised I haven't actually finished this one. So to finish this one off, I actually want to use stairs going into the build like this. So let's put them into the build like so. There we go. That's a lot better. And now it looks like there's some support to it. And just so you guys know as well, like, I will be changing this. So this is the Wasteland structure skin that comes with the Bob Talltales DLC pack. So I'm going to be changing a lot of this over to metal in places. So the stairs, for instance. I'm going to keep some of this wood here. But I think I want the doors in Wastelander. Probably want the ladders in Wastelander as well. And then these bottom bits here. So it should look something like this is what I'm going for. For this section down here, again, a lot of this, I think all of this actually will change over to the Wasteland skin. So I'll literally change all of this over to Wastelander all the way around like so. So I don't need to show you all of this. Just go around the entire thing, changing it to Wastelander. So basically, guys, wherever there's stone, this will all be Wastelander skin. But I'm not going to change it yet. But I just want to, like, pre-warn you guys that this will all change over. Right, so next up, I think I'm going to leave this wall here and move on to this wall. I think this wall here will be nubless. And this wall will have some nubs. So I want to start with a giant staircase coming down for no reason other than I want this to look chaotic. So I think I'll go, let's see, 1, 2, maybe 3 high, and then bring some stairs going all the way down to the ground. Like so. And then above this, we could go crazy. Let's put in a nub on this side. So we're going to do 2. I've gone 1, 2 up from the stairs, if you want to follow this to a T. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go 5 out in total. And then again, I'm just going to go up by 2 high in total. Maybe put in some windows all across here for fun. Right now, it's kind of just sticking out without any support, so it looks a bit funny. But if we add in the support, it should look normal again. So let's add in some pillars going all the way down. So something like this. And then obviously the roof and everything will be the Wastelander skin. So I'm just going to quickly do the roof because I'm going to add some spikes on top of this. I think this is going to look kind of cool. So I'm going to add in some spikes starting from back here. Now these are metal spikes. You could use wood spikes, but I'm going to use metal. And I'm literally just going to go across like this. I'm going to turn snapping off and make sure free placing mode is turned on as well. There we go. And then I'm going to go all the way across. So it should look something like that. And then directly above this, I'm going to add another nub. Because why not? This is what I'm saying. Just go crazy. It doesn't matter where you put them. Just make sure you add a lot of them in various places. I mean, I'm leaving this whole section here nubless. That's just my decision. You don't have to do that. You could add another nub if you'd like. Just go nub crazy. Okay, I know I did that in super fast build mode, so I do hope that you are able to follow along, because I did something a bit different there with some quarter walls, etc. But I mean, I still think that a lot of these will change to the skin anyway, the wasteland skin. And with the wasteland skin applied, this is what it should look like, something like this anyway. You can kind of decide where you want to add in the wasteland skin. I've just missed all these railings here. Oh my goodness me. So all of these would need to change anyway. And I might even, because I'm feeling crazy, add in some stairs going down from here for support if it fits. It's a little bit tight to the other building here. I don't know if this one will actually go all the way down or not. Let's see if it does. It does indeed. That's perfect. Okay, well, you get the idea, guys. You've got different nub designs here. You can do this kind of nub. You can do this kind of nub where it comes out and then into a little house. You can do this kind of nub where it just comes straight out as a big square. Or you can do this kind of nub where it's got a little bit of detail, comes out by two, a bit of a roof on it. You can do all these kind of nubs. So what I want you guys to do now is to go away and add in your own nubs. Go crazy. Nubs everywhere. Why not? And when I say nubs everywhere, how little or how many you put in is really up to you. I'm probably going to do it on every other one. So I'll probably leave one blank, do some nubs. One blank, do some nubs. One blank, do some nubs. One blank, maybe two blank if I'm feeling crazy. But what I'm going to do now, guys, rather than not show you what nubs I'm putting in and then show you at the end, I'm going to go into super fast build mode. So you will see me construct them. And I'm going to go around the entire build adding in some nubs. So I'm going to go away and do that now. And I'll see you after the super fast build mode. Okay, super fast build mode is over. I've done quite a few nubs going around. I decided to stop here, even though I want to add more nubs. I'm all nubbed out, honestly. I'm all nubbed out. So I thought I'd stop now and we'll have a look at what I've done. So the first nub that I built was this one. Now, this one's very simple. I just bought it out. Added a little bit of a decking on top, well, a ceiling on top. It's really the roof of this building below. But then I added some fences going around. And then I decided to do another platform above, which is like a awning, but it's also going to be a balcony for this floor. Wherever this floor is going to be, this is going to be a balcony. Moving on to the next one, nothing special here, just another giant rectangle that comes out. The only difference is I just did a 2-wide rectangle, and then I added a bit of a balcony going across the front here. Above, I just went a little bit wild with some ceilings sticking out and some pillars going down with a staircase going to the next platform above. I might actually add in some ladders going down to the floor here. I just wanted to make it look absolutely wild, guys. That's the whole point. We need to make this look absolutely wild. Now, probably could do with some nubs here. I decided to add like another decking coming around the front here. And I also did that up here somewhere. Yes, up here. I connected 2 of the buildings up with a bit of a decking going around to this build here. Now, I might change the decking out here to wood, but I think I'm going to leave it as it is for now until we've actually completed the entire base. So I think what we'll do next, guys, I think it's time. It's going to be the most tedious job of them all, but we're going to have to put this structure skin across the entire base, like all of the base. Wherever there's stone, we're going to change it over to this skin. So this is going to take absolutely ages, guys. It's going to be a very painstaking process for all of us. I mean, I'm on creative mode right now, and it's still going to take a long time on survival mode. I don't even want to think about survival mode. It will take a long time. So I need you to do this across the entire base. There will be sections that will be replacing, as I said earlier. But I think for now, let's just do the entire base in this structure skin. I think this is going to be the easiest way because I'm not 100% sure where the wooden parts are going to be. And the best way for me to know where the wooden parts are going to be is I need to see what it's going to look like with all the structure skin in. So let's go ahead and do that now. And I'll see you once that's all done. And once you've covered the entire build in the structure skins, it should look something like this. Now, obviously, that is a very tedious process that you might want to leave until the end. I decided to do it now, so that I can just see where I want to put my wooden bits in, etc. So let's start planning out some windows and wooden bits. So I think immediately I'm going to go to above the doorway here onto this platform, make a doorway right here. Now, everything that I build from now on, I'm probably just going to use wood. And I can always change it over to the structure skin like so. Now, above this, I think I'm going to change these to wood. So I think I want a wooden panel here. Above that. To the side. And above... I've just realised these are doorways. These aren't walls. These are doorways. Let me just change this back. So I want these to be walls. And then I think here... I'm going to pick these up. And then I'm going to use some quarter wooden walls to go across at the bottom and at the top. And then put some railings in the middle. And then these are going to be the structure skins. Nice, so we're basically going to have sections like this, like these wooden sections in different places across the build, just to break up the texture. Like, this is a very repeating texture, and we don't want the whole base to be covered in this same texture. So the way to break it up is to use some wood. We're going to do some other methods to break up the texture later, but for now, let's do the wood stage. So above this section again, I think I want to have some windows coming up here. So I'm going to break some of this away. And then I'm going to do some railings here. So I'm going to do like maybe 1, 2 there. Maybe a couple here. And a couple in the middle as well. Maybe 3 in the middle. And then let's change this over to the structure skin. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now to the side of the door here. On this wall, what we left completely blank. I'm going to do quite a few windows, I think. We'll make this a window wall. So I'm going to go up by 3. And just for fun, let's put in some quarter walls and change them over to the skin pack. And then let's add in some random railings in places. Now, I can do this however I want. Just kind of mess about with it. You don't have to do them straight. You could do them diagonal. It could look kind of funky to do one diagonal for fun. Like this, maybe. And then again, going further up, I'm just going to break some of this away. And then up from there, I'm going to break even more away. And this is all going to be railings as well. Okay, we're making progress slowly. Let me add a doorway in here. I forgot about the door. Now, for the doorway, I forgot to say earlier, if you want the fancy side of the door, so if I do this side, and I do the structure skin, it's a bit plain Jane, it's a bit boring. But if we pick this up, and if we flip the door so it's facing the other way, and then use the structure skin, we'll get this cool side with the tires and the skull, which I love. Okay, let's do some more wooden bits. So I think up here I might just do completely wooden. So I'm going to replace all of this with wood. Obviously, guys, I'm just destroying what was already there, but you can pick it up to save materials. Above this nub, actually, I'm just looking at this nub. Above this nub, I might actually add in some spikes. I feel like it needs spikes, so we're going to add some spikes in. Let me do one like this. One on the other side. And then one at the front. Okay, the front one might be overhanging a little bit. It is. It is overhanging a little bit at the front. I don't know if I like that. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Right, there's a balcony at the front here, so we're going to need a doorway here. Potentially have some windows here. So for the windows, I might delete 2 on either side. Put in some quarter walls. And then do railings. Something like this, I think. So obviously I haven't done it uniform, and I think that's key. The key to this build is don't worry about being perfect. It needs to be messy. I am tempted to do a really, really big window somewhere so we can get a lot of light in. Where's the sun? The sun's over there right now. So actually a window around here actually might be good. We can do a really big window here maybe. Let me delete a really big section of this wall. Not that big a section. Oh no. You know what we need? We need some pillars. This wouldn't have happened if we had some pillars in. Okay, don't do what I just did. Let's add in some pillars. And then, yeah. Let's add some pillars either side. Okay, I've added in the pillars and the structure skins. I think, to be honest, we're going to need to add pillars. Oh, look, I've missed a whole section here. But we're going to need to add pillars across each of the corners. That's something we're going to do in a bit. But for now, let's work out this window. So I think I was going to do something like this. Maybe have a giant window there in the middle. And then we could have maybe another one up here somewhere. Maybe have some wood here as well. Then this can be, obviously, the structure skin. And then in the middle, I think we can go kind of crazy with the railings. Now, I could put some more pillars in to kind of help break this up a little bit. We could do some pillars maybe going up to that point, and then pillars going up to this point. Maybe a pillar going across, maybe a pillar going across here. Look, this is wacky, guys. Go crazy, as I've been saying all this time. I'm just going to keep repeating myself and say go crazy with whatever you want. And then you'll get something that looks like this. So it does work. I promise you it will work. Just go crazy with it and you'll see it will look good. I promise. So basically, guys, now that you know the premise of how we're going to be adding in the wood, how we're going to be adding in the windows, how we're adding in the nubs, etc., I think you can start to go a bit crazy. Let yourself go wild now. I think now's the time. You don't need to follow this. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and do this wall here. And maybe some of this wall around here. We definitely need an extra nub. So I'm probably going to add an extra nub in up here somewhere. We'll add some nubs here. And then windows and wooden walls in random places. I'm not going to go like too crazy with the wood. Just very sparse like we've done here. Quite sparse in places. Maybe some places have a little bit more than others. But we want the main structure to be the metal. That's the idea. So I'm going to go away and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. Now, I'll quickly show you each side. So I think I did this. I did this. It's hard to know that all the sides look the same to me, so it's hard to know what I've just done. But I know that I added in an additional platform underneath this section here. Now, before it was just this. Now I've just added in an additional platform down here, which is 1, 2, 3 below. And I've added in another nub right here. So there's that section we were just talking about there. Then we come over here. And as you can see, there's an additional nub. So this nub is literally just 2 out and 2 wide. And then it's got the stairs going down and the spikes on top. So very, very simple nub. I am going to need more windows up here, but for now I'm going to leave it. Now, another thing that I've noticed while building is the bottom of the wasteland structure skin for the ceiling is the top part is metal. The bottom part is wood. So I kind of wish that I did this the other way around, so the wood's facing the top. I think that will look a lot nicer. Now, I think maybe if we're lucky, they might have built in so we can flip the skin. We can. So I could go across like this and just flip the skin on each of them. But realistically, the easiest way to do this would have been to build the ceiling so that it was like this. Just built it like this. And then you can put the skin on and it's already flipped around. So yeah, that's going to be a hassle to flip them all over. And I am sorry if you do want it flipped like I'm going to want it. I'll probably flip that all before I finish the build. Okay, let's park doing all the sides for now. We're going to move our attention to the top. Now, right at the top, which is going to be a bit of a pain for you to get up to. Now, I do recommend making a temporary like platform here somewhere to land on. Because we're going to be working up here. Maybe a temporary platform up here as well. So up here, what we're going to do is we're going to get a sideways stone beam, and we're going to put the stone beam going across the entire build all the way around the rim. And then we're going to take our stone beam, and on each corner, on every single corner here, we're going to do this. We're going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go out by 4. I know that looks mental, but you got to trust me with this. We're going to go out by 4 on each of the corners. So again here. Now this one here needs additional foundation support. So all you've got to do is go down to the bottom here and add in some foundation support on the platform here. And hopefully this works. Yes, it does. There we go. So that's all you've got to do. If you run into that issue, just go make sure you've got some foundation support down there. Now, for the next corner, literally, we're going to go out the same way, like this. And go all the way out by 4 again. And then again here. And then again here. And guys, we're literally going to do this same thing all the way around the rim. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those pillars, it should look something like this. Now, for the next stage, guys, we're going to be adding in some quarter ceilings. So I want to add in quarter ceilings going across the entire rim, like this. And we're going to then add a pillar coming out. But not a thick pillar. Actually, yeah, a thick pillar. We're going to do a thick pillar coming out, like this, on each section. followed by a skinny pillar coming out by 2 on each thick pillar. So we're going to go out by 2 on each of these. Like so. And then we're going to go across again. But we're going to come across the entire thing. So we're going to go kind of, I think, 1, 2 pillars across. So there'll be another 2 pillars going this way. So right bang in the middle, we're going to add in a thick pillar coming across like this. So, we're going to do that on every single section. In fact, actually, I might even go across out to the side here. And then I think, hopefully, this will actually go... Yes, you can collide them. Probably you can't do this in official, so you won't be able to collide them like that. So, you know, you'll just have to go without that. But if you're playing on unofficial, you'll absolutely be able to do that. So, everything we've just done here, we're going to do on this section, all the way around until you finish them all. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all of those pillars and added in the skins as well, it should look something like this. Now, I did get lazy with some of the pillars here. I think, to be honest, when I thought about this, you're not really going to see these skinny pillars from far away. So I think you can get away with not putting the structure skin on those ones. Like, it's not too noticeable, and it kind of, like, doesn't matter, in my opinion. That is so loud. Is that a meteorite? Yes, it is. Okay, that is loud. So the last thing that we're going to do to the rim of this base is we're going to add in spikes. And we're going to do this all the way around the rim. So literally like this. So we're going to place in one around about here. And now you want to make sure that enable snapping is turned off, so it's off. And you want to make sure that you've got it on free placing mode rather than full alignment mode. And then you can place it sort of inside each other if you need to. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to place another one around here. And then so on and so forth all the way around until you meet back to where you started. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now, and I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those spikes, it should look something like this. Now, I think for the next stage, I want to add in a platform at the top here for our flyers to come and land safely on top of the base. Now, how far down do I want to do this? 2 down might be a little bit too far down, actually, now that the spike walls are in. So I think we're going to do 1 wall down. Now, the pattern for the ceiling is going to be slightly different to what we did down here. Now, down here, we did squares, then triangles, then squares, then triangles. Now, this is the easier pattern, to be honest with you, that we're going to do. It's a lot easier. And actually, I want to make sure... Okay, I need to do it this way. So, I need to make sure... So, this platform we put in earlier... Do you remember this little nub that we put in earlier? So, we've got this nub that's got these platforms... one above the other, and basically my idea is that there will be a dinosaur gate here that will lead up to the platform, so you can land your flyer here and then walk your way up. Not that you'll need to, I mean, you can just fly into the top of the base, so there's no need for this, but that's what I want to do. So I want to make sure that I've got squares on this one, so I'm going to do triangles on this one. So for the triangles, you're simply going to get your triangle and then go out. So 1 wall down from the top. We're going to just do all triangles. But then this time, we're going to keep on going with the triangles until we completed a full big triangle, like so. And then we're going to use the squares, the normal ceilings that is, and go all the way out, like so. And then triangles, so on, so forth, all the way around. I've cocked this up already, so let's... bring that back. There we go. So we need to get rid of that one. So you want to do that pattern all the way around. And then once you've done that pattern, the next pattern will be something like this. I think you then do triangles on this section. In fact, I think the whole middle section after that is just triangles. Let me just double check. So that'll be a square. Then is this another triangle? It is another triangle. It's all triangles, ladies and jelly spoons. It's all triangles. Look at this. So this whole middle section will be triangles. That's good to know. That's good to know. Now let me just double check this. I need to make sure that this works. So this is obviously going to be triangles here. We just want to make sure that if we put in a staircase going up, that it's going to reach. That's the main thing right now. So staircase going up. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, fantastic. So you're going to repeat this pattern going all the way around and fill in this entire section in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those ceilings, it should look something like this. And as you can see, that worked out pretty well. We've got this nice section where we can put in a dinosaur gate. So what we're going to do on this platform area, just a reminder, this is the nub that we brought out earlier. And this platform is exactly 1, 2, 3 walls below the top. So I'm going to get rid of all these walls here. I'm going to add in some quarter walls instead on either side. And then I'm going to add in the dinosaur gate. Now, to do the dinosaur gate, I just want to do it without snapping. And we're just going to place it in if we can. I'm going to do it that way round and get it dead in the middle, hopefully. Like so. That looks pretty good to me. And then with the staircase, we're just going to add in some additional stairs either side, I think. Now, the only thing is, it will look a bit weird when the gate opens inwards. It'll go into the stones, but I think that's quite a nice idea. You can bring the flyers down this way, land them up here if you want to, and then bring them into the base properly. We could also, to be honest, we could have also done it this way. We could have also done ramps. We can quickly see how far we have to go with a ramp. So with a ramp, it will probably take, I'm imagining, 4 ramps to get to the platform above. It actually goes all the way to the middle. It goes all the way to the middle. Do we want that? I don't know if we want that or not. Do we want that? Or do we want stairs? I don't know. Let's quickly try that. I've moved to keyboard and mouse to be a bit faster. Hang on a minute. Let's add this all in. Well, it would look like this. And actually, that looks pretty cool. I actually quite like that. And with the skin on top of this, I think it will look awesome. So I say let's go for this. And then we'll probably have some railings going around the side here. As well as coming down the ramps as well. We'll have some railings. And then lastly, we just need to place the dinosaur gate on each of the dinosaur gates. One down here as well. And then place in the structure skin, which is an awesome structure skin. It's got like a big skull on the front, which I love. Okay, let's call this section done as well then. I will need a way to get up and down from this platform. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe an elevator would be cool. We could have an elevator going all the way up from down here somewhere. That's one way to do it. But we're basically, I think for this middle, you know, the inside, we're going to have staircases going all the way up. I think that's the plan. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. So now there's just 2 more things, guys, that I want to do before we move on to doing all the additional details on the front that's really going to make this build come to life. The first thing is I want a garage. I want to add a garage in. Now, these are basically just giant structures on their own. So I think all I'm going to do with the garage is place it. So the door's right in the middle here. We're going to place the garage in front of these windows right here, I think. I think this is where I want it. Somewhere around here. Somewhere around there is where I think I want that garage. I might adjust it later. Let's see how far back it's gone. No, I think that's perfect. I think that's perfect. And then around the side here, we need a spot to put in a greenhouse so we're able to grow some stuff. So where's the best place for that? I think probably right here might be a good place. So for the greenhouse, all I need to do is add in some pillars here. And then from those pillars, we're going to place in some greenhouse walls. Now, I think I'm going to go out by about 3, perhaps. Maybe 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Do I want to go any further than that? And do I really want the greenhouse there is the question. Maybe I don't. Maybe I want it here. This might be a better place for it, actually. This might be a better place for it. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 here then. There's already pillars here by the looks of it. So 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go up again. So 1, 2, 3. Whoopsie daisy. 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to need some additional flooring here. So I'm going to go out again with some triangles. I think some triangles. I'm not entirely sure. Do some triangles here. And then some... No. More triangles? No. Ceilings. We're going to do ceilings. Just like this. And then we're going to have a pillar coming up each side. Followed by some glass again. Followed by a very, very simple greenhouse ceiling. So literally a square, guys. We're just doing a square. I'm going to bring that to the floor. And I'm going to bring this to the floor as well. And then this, I guess this little section out here could be a little balcony. I don't see why not. We'd need to change this to a doorway though. And then we'd need to have some railings out here. Nice. Now, obviously the glass doesn't really go with the whole theme of the base. So, here's what we're going to do to the glass. We're going to take some signs. And we're going to bring some signs going across the glass like this. All the way up. We're going to make it look like this window is boarded up with wood. So, we're just going to quickly do this now. So something like this, guys. I haven't done the best job. It's a bit wonky in places, but it does the job. It does the job. And I'd probably do that on all of the sides as well. I won't do that on camera. I'll do that off camera, but just to show you how I'm going to do it. And then these pillars here will, of course, be the structure skin, as well as these pillars here, and the railings, and the flooring. Now we can move on to my favorite thing, the detail work. So for the detail work, guys, we're going to be using a hell of a lot of railings. So for some of these nubs, we're going to be using some additional railings here. Let me just fill this all in. That was my mistake. So we've got these pillars coming all the way down to the floor. That should be the structure skin, but I haven't changed them over. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some fun stuff. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some railings below this nub. Like so. Now this is something you can do on all of the nubs, by the way. So I'm going to add in some railings going across the bottom, like so. And above as well, so that there's actual railing there for people to hold onto for safety. And then down the bottom here, we're going to do a bit of a crisscross. We're going to bring some railings coming down like this. And then on the opposite side, we're going to have some railings going up, if it allows us to. Sometimes it doesn't quite allow us to. Now, I've done that wrong. I actually need to go up one here. I think it needs to be this one. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me get rid of this railing below. And this one. So I want it to be a perfect crisscross. And I think this should be it right here. Like so. Look at that. We've got a nice little crisscross in the middle there. And I might even do a crisscross here, because why not? I might do a crisscross here as well, and on the other side. And then I'm going to add in some structure skins, of course, on the railings, which will make it look like that Mad Max theme we're going for. So literally just do the same thing what we've just done here on all of the nubs. So you want some railings here, for instance, underneath this section. You might want to do a crisscross here. It's up to you. You don't have to do a crisscross, but it might be a nice detail to have. So I'll probably do a crisscross here. So I'll do that on all of the nubs. The next thing, guys, is ladders. So I've got some rope ladders here, and I'm going to just put these willy-nilly around the entire base. There's just going to be rope ladders galore all over the place. So I'm going to have a ladder here, maybe a ladder there. Might have some ladders coming down here. Guys, though, I'm telling you, there's going to be ladders absolutely everywhere in random places, especially at the very, very top here. I definitely want to put in some ladders coming down from these pillars in places. One on one side, maybe a little bit on the other, like this. I want to do that absolutely everywhere. Now, I'm not going to go too mad. I'm going to, you know, kind of be a little bit tame. But I'm going to do it in quite a lot of places. So, brace yourself. Because that's what I'm going to go away and do in a second. So, we talked about the railings. We talked about the ladders. Which we're going to do in various places around the build. The next big thing we're going to talk about, and this is a very, very, very big thing, is painting. Now, I've got 4 different paints here, all very, very pastel looking colors, very, very light in color. And that is because when we actually go to paint this, let me just give you an example here. I think 1, 2, 3, and 4 is what I want. Yeah. So this actually comes out a lot darker on this structure skin. So the colors I'm using today are khaki coloring, celeste coloring, peach coloring, and salmon coloring. And what we're going to do is we're going to select 1, 2, 3, 4 on the spray painter. And we're going to only paint these sections. So meaning anything with a structure skin on will be painted. And we're going to go very, very, very random with this. So I'm not going to do green everywhere. So this khaki color will just be placed in a few different places, like so. And then I'm going to switch over to my other color. So I've forgotten what this one is. Celeste, I think. So Celeste, I'm going to do in a few different places as well. Maybe I'll do it here. Maybe I'll do it up here. Maybe up there. And then I'm going to get my peach coloring. I'm going to place that in some random places. It is going to be super random, guys, where we paint this. So don't worry about doing it how I'm doing it. You just do what you feel is right. Just random bits and bobs here and there. And then the last color is salmon, of course. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do the other areas in a bit of salmon as well, like this. And then it's going to look absolutely marvelous by the time we're done with this. This is the other way that we're breaking up the texture a little bit, by adding some color. This kind of takes it from Mad Max to Borderlands, in my opinion. It kind of switches up the genre a little bit. And the last thing that we can do to mix up the texture of the base is adding in some metal walls, some actual metal walls. Look at this. So I'm going to do maybe a full metal wall here, a full metal wall up there. Now this will be very, very randomly placed. I'm not going to do it in a lot of places. It'll just be a few different places where I feel like it. And then I'm going to paint these in fully. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in whichever color I feel like doing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this entire wall here with you guys. And then I'm going to leave it up to you to do the rest of the walls going around the base. And also to do the railings across all of the nubs. And put ladders wherever you feel like you want some ladders coming down. I mean, go crazy with the ladders, guys. Craft an absolute ton. And just go absolutely bananas crazy with them. So let's get to work on this. And then I'm going to leave you to your own devices. And there you have it. This is exactly what I want you to do on every single side of this base. Now, what did we do? We painted in, using 4 different colors, we painted in this entire side. And as I said, it was very, very random. But I did find myself having to step back every now and then just to check that, you know, it's a nice mixture of different colors. And I haven't gone too heavy with one color in one area. So that is one thing to keep in mind when you are painting. And then just in a few little places, I've added in some metal walls. So I've added in 1, 2, 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. So not a lot at all, really. Just 4 or 5 pieces per side. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys before I let you go away and do all of this is the door. Now, I need to work out. I've forgotten what the color numbers are for the door. Damn. I think it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 as well. It is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 for all the metal bits. So I'm going to do... Let's see. This is peach now. I'm going to do 1 and 2. What's that? That's the top. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's perfect. So 1 and 2 in peach. And then 3 and 4 in celeste. Or, I mean, you could do 1 and 2 in salmon if you'd rather salmon there. You could have green. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to use the same colours I'm using, guys. So you can go crazy with your own colours, but these are the colours that my brain, you know, wants to see on this build. So that's what I've done. Well, you guys know exactly what you're doing now. How could you not? We're adding in ladders. Ladders is a big thing. Put ladders everywhere. Then we're going to be adding in railings wherever we need some railings. We're going to be doing railings like this, the crisscross down here as well. And finally, we're going to be painting and adding in a few metal walls in places. So we're going to do that on every single side of this base. And this is going to take a little while, let me tell you. While I'm going around the base, I've left some empty areas up here. I'm probably going to make some more windows while I'm at it. I'm not sure. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go away and do that now. And I'll see you in a second. And once you've added in all those additional details and painted it in, it should look something like this. Just doing that has transformed the build into my vision. Doesn't she look fantastic? So I think it's time to move on to the inside. Now, I'm not going to be doing a full tutorial for the interior, but what I thought I would do is just open up the areas that we've added. So I know we've added a lot of areas, and actually it's kind of helped us that we've got the metal in, because wherever there's not metal, this should be a room right here. Let me open this up, and look at that. We've got a little room in here. So there's going to be lots and lots and lots of rooms in here, guys. Okay, I think I've got them all. I'm not entirely sure if I've got them all or not, I'll be honest. Let's take a look outside and see what we've got. I've done that one, I've done that one. Ah, there's this one as well. Oh, this is just a door. Let's open up the door so we know it's here. There's that one, I believe we opened up. We did. This one up here, I don't think we have opened up. Now, is there a way for me to get inside? There is, this way. So there should be somewhere over here. Literally just here. And there's also a greenhouse, which I shouldn't forget about, which I just need to open up as well. Okay, there we go. Now, the tricky task is, how are we going to get up to all of these different places? That is a good question, and a question I myself do not know the answer to. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking. That's a lie. I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking. What I know, I am thinking. And what I'm thinking is that we're going to have lots of messy floors everywhere. I think that's the way to do that. Excuse the meteorite. Ruining my recording again. Jesus Christ. You know, instead of me half-arsing this whole interior for you, what I could do is go away off camera and really put in a lot of effort into this and see what I can come up with. And then do a big base tour at the end. I know usually I do the interior on camera. That's part of the tutorial. But I think for this build, I'm a bit lost of what I'm going to do. I have a vague idea. I think I'm going to have, like, different floors in different places. Like, I might not do a full floor. For instance, I might do a bit of a floor right here. Bring it out. So something like this is what I'm thinking. We're going to have like multiple platforms sort of going up from the ground. We're going to have platforms coming up from down here somewhere, going all the way up. Maybe some of these platforms will extend out further, making it more of a floor. So you have like a whole second floor up here, then you can go up even further, have another floor up here, all the way until we get to what will be the area for the flyers at the top. But I really do want to encourage all of you to just have some fun with this. This is the kind of build where you're allowed to be as messy and chaotic as you want. So if you're worried about making it ugly, don't worry about making it ugly. You want it to be ugly in the sense that you want it to be really cluttered and all over the place. I think that's the key to this build. So guys, I'm going to go away and add in the whole of the interior, and possibly add some additional little details around the exterior. And don't worry though, because I will go through every single little thing that I add during the base tour. And hopefully during the base tour as well, you'll be able to see what I've done in the interior and try and replicate it in your own build. If some of you would like a proper tutorial on the interior, do let me know in the comments, and I'll consider either doing a live stream or a second video on it. So I'm going to go away and do that now, and I'll see you after the cinematic shots. Welcome back, ladies and jelly spoons. The base is all complete, and I am ready to give you the base tour of a lifetime in my Wastelander build. Look at this beauty. Now let's park this car up next to the garage, and let's get to it, shall we? Reverse in here. Easy does it. Come on. Easy. I'm a perfect parker. Look at this. Perfect parking. 10 out of 10. You've never seen anything like it. Well, since I finished the tutorial, I did add a few additional details to the exterior that we'll go through now during this base tour. The first thing I'll mention is this. I added in a Lance special, which is bunting. I created bunting using railings. So all I did was put in railings. I put in 5 railings, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. No, 5. Five railings. I have done this before on my Zelda build. If anyone ever saw my Zelda build, I did bunting on my Zelda build like this. However, I perfected it since then. I have perfected it. So I found out the magic number is 5, going up and down. And also you can paint the top so it looks like string. And then you can paint the bottom to make it look like different coloured bunting. So that worked out pretty well. So I just attached it to some pillars and took it over to the other side like so, and then over here. The other additional detail that I added was this flag post, looking absolutely fabulous. So these are just pillars going up, then I've added in 2 pillars underneath, put the flags on those, and then put 2 pillars right at the top. So that worked. Am I gonna have meteors coming down during my base tour? Jesus Christ. It's a very, very simple way to do a flag post. It could also work as a lamp post, I think. If you put a light in here and a light in here, it could be a really cool light post as well. So keep that in mind. And then additionally, I added in some extra ladders in a few places. And I have decided to use a decor mod here. So this is Aaron Longstaff's steampunk decor mod, and the only thing that I've used from it really are these amazing chimneys that actually have smoke coming out of them, which I love. So I've added in these chimneys in a few different places because they fit so well with the build, as you can see. As well as this, I've added in the pipes from the same mod, so we've got some golden or bronze pipes here going up. I also added some pipes going down here. Now you can add, in part of the mod, you can add some vents on these as well, but I decided to keep them bare. And then apart from that, I think I added this tiny little greenhouse as an extra nub coming out because this felt a bit bare before. And I ended up lowering this platform down. It's a long story, but I'll share with you in a bit when we're doing the base tour. Basically, it wasn't working out where this gateway was originally. It was up there. So having it down here meant I could do something different. So I'll show you that in a bit. I think that covers all the major changes on the exterior, so let's get this tour started, shall we? So as you can see with the exterior, I've used a mixture of materials, mainly using the wasteland structure skin in most places, and I've painted it in various colours, mainly green, yellow, blue and red. I also mixed in some wood in some places, as you can see up there, and some metal in a few places, as you can see up there as well. And this was just a simple method I used to break up the repeating texture, because just having it all as the structure skin was a bit too much. We needed to find a way to break it up a little bit. So just adding these 2 little or 3 little metal pieces every now and then, as well as the wood, really helps to break the texture up a bit. Right, let's head on up these stairs to the build, shall we? And we can go inside. Actually, I'll quickly mention the decking here. We got the decking going all the way around the build, and I've added in a few little decoration pieces like these cages and a drum. Nothing too crazy, to be honest. Right, let's head on inside. Right, so if we come on in here, we are met by the crafting and dino zone. So this is an area where you can park up your dinos and use your industrial smelter if you need to, and also do a little bit of crafting. As you can see, this area is big enough to fit in some Therazinas very comfortably, and you can fit in a lot more all the way around here, and around here, and all the way around here. I haven't utilised the space very well in terms of putting in more dinos, but who needs dinos when you got these dogs? Look at all these cute little doggies. Now, if we look up to the ceiling, you can see that there's multiple floors going on, and I've got loads of different decoration pieces going on here as well. We've got some pillars coming down with the new Wasteland light chandelier attached to that. We also have the Wasteland bonfires in here as well. And then I added in some railings going all the way around this, and just did some random stuff, you know. I didn't keep it very uniform. In some places I put in a bit more, and then I left it in others, just to make it more chaotic. That's the key to this build, guys, is chaos, but in a pretty way. And then over here, we've got a little greenhouse where you can grow all the crops you need to keep you alive in the desert environment. Also got another chandelier up there that I put in. Right, now the fun thing about this base is there's so many different ways that you can go to the next floor. So we could go up really high to like the 3rd floor, I think, and just take this ladder all the way up to the 3rd floor. We could take this ladder up to the 2nd floor here, or we could go over here and take the elevator by lifting us all the way up until we get to the top. Ta-da! Now there's actually a 4th way to get up here, and that's by the outside. You can get to the 2nd floor by these stairs. You just come from the outside straight up to this 2nd floor here, where we're met by our doggy companions again. Now these guys are actually, and the guys down here as well, these are all people that were being very generous on my streams recently, so I had to bring them into the base and keep them safe. So from here we can either go left. Now left takes us to a little balcony out the front. So this is on top of the dinosaur gate, I believe. If I just zoom out, you can see we're on top of the dinosaur gate here. And if I come back in and turn right, this takes us up to the 3rd and 4th floors. So, and 5th and 6th. There's a lot of floors, guys. There's a lot of floors. This has a balcony here where you can land one of your flyers very safely and then simply take it out into the world when you need to. In fact, pretty much everywhere that there's like a platform or a nub sticking out, you can park one of your flyers. So there's loads of opportunities here. It's really up to you how many nubs and platforms you have sticking out. But I mean, everyone who has a bedroom in your base, you could put a platform for their flyer to come chill out on. Right, let's head on back inside the base and come on up here. So if we come on up here, to the right, we're met by a bit of a relaxation zone in here with some sofas, a bookshelf, and we can even go out to another little balcony out here so we can look down and see what trouble is afoot, or just simply enjoy the view. Look at that view, isn't that beautiful? Right, coming back on inside, we're coming over now to the restaurant and bar area. So this area is for you and your tribe to come chill out when you need a little rest. There's some private booths to the right here where you can come chill out and have a nice conversation and a drink. Or you've got more tables all around here where my dodo companions are all having a great time right now, having a bit of a social time. And there's a bar over here where you can order your drinks, although there's no bar staff right now. Mainly because I couldn't fit the monkeys in. I couldn't fit the Gigantopithecus in there like I usually do. So it's me. I'm the one serving the dodos at the moment. I'm the one serving them. And if we come around over here, there's another bar area that's very, very long. Goes all the way down here. Which, if I had more time, I'd put in some penguins for wait staff and some dodos on the chairs. Now, from the bar area, guys, we've got a few choices. We can either go up the stairs here, we can go over this bridge here, or we can go up the stairs over here. And that's what's great about this build, is there's multiple choices, and you literally don't know what's going to take you where. Even I've forgotten what I've done. Like, it's just mayhem. So let's go over here. I'm pretty sure this takes me out to a... Oh, I was going to say a balcony, but it takes me out to a house, which I haven't decorated inside. It's just an empty house, but this could be someone's bedroom. They also have their own little balcony out here where they could land a flyer, perhaps. Let's head on back inside and go up to the left here. Now, up the stairs here, I believe this leads to the kitchen. So this is the kitchen. I've got some essentials here. I've got the beer barrels. I've got storage going all the way around that kind of acts like a countertop as well. And we have a chemistry bench here as well with some tables in the middle, a cooking pot to the left, and a fridge. We got our chandeliers coming down in the middle to light up the area when it's dark. Of course, with Extinction comes taxidermy bases again, so be sure to utilize the taxidermy bases in your builds for additional decoration. So that's all there is to this section, which is quite a nice section really. Let's head on down and go up the other set of stairs all the way over here. Now guys, I should mention, even though I didn't do this as a tutorial in this video, I actually did a live stream yesterday where I built this entire base, the interior of the entire interior I did on a live stream. So go watch that. The live stream was called Happy New Year, I believe. So, you can watch it and, you know, see how I did all of this. It took ages, just so you know. It took absolutely ages. I found if you just don't think and you just start building, it all comes together in the end. We've got our Gigantopithecus waitstaff up here that were meant to be in the bar area, but they couldn't fit. So they're up here instead as bodyguards. Now, we've got a ladder. I don't know where that ladder goes. I'll quickly go around here instead. Now, this is a very boring bedroom that has a balcony out this way, as you can see, a very small one. And a balcony out this way as well, a very small one again. And if we come up this way, is that another ladder? That's another ladder. I think this ladder goes nowhere. I think it just goes to a little platform out here. Oh no, it does go somewhere. And you can go down here. Then take this ladder down. Can I take this ladder, please? There we go. Take this ladder down. And then we end up... Where is this? Oh. We just end up in this doorway here. So that's a bit of a pointless loop that takes you up there and then back down here. Now if we come up here, we have some war drums for decoration. And then to the right, we've got a bedroom with some doorways. Now these doorways are really just for decoration on the outside. Because on the outside, you can see they've got the fancy little skull and tires, which look cool. So I wanted to have that as a decoration feature. Right, I think the way we get to the next floor, guys, is actually up this ladder. Now, obviously, you could put in an elevator. If you were too lazy to go all the way to the top, going the long way round, you could just put an elevator going all the way to the top. There's nothing stopping you. Right, so this platform doesn't have any decorations up here, but we do have a platform out this way with another Tapejara just chilling, waiting for me to take it for a ride. If we come up these stairs here, I believe this takes us to another room. Okay, it takes us to another room over here. Now, this room here could be a bedroom if you wanted. But this kind of acts as a little walkway through to get to the next floor, which is all the way up here. So this is the sanctuary. A little indoor oasis for our dodo friends to come and relax. We've also got a saber-tooth up here to keep watch over them, as well as their mother, the Argentavis, right here. Hello, lady. Now, for this area, I used a second mod, which is the JVH landscaping mod, where you are able to craft some plants and place them down wherever you'd like. So, all in all, guys, this build hasn't used any mods other than this mod here, the JVH, and Aaron Longstaff Steampunk Decor mod for the chimneys. And that's it. That's all it's used. So it's a completely vanilla build, really. Now, I want to show you why I put this dinosaur gate down here. Now, during the tutorial, the dinosaur gate was actually one wall higher. It was up there, and then it had a ramp going up to the floor up there where we got our flyers, which I'll show you in a second. But really, having a ramp going from there all the way up there didn't make much sense. I knew I was going to have a floor here, so it made more sense to have a dinosaur gate here where we can park up our flyers and come straight in to the sanctuary if we need to. So really, this sanctuary is just another floor where you can park up your flyers. You can bring them in here, park them up like I have with this guy here. And as you can see, that's why I've got these quarter ceilings going all the way around, because this is where the platform was originally, and then I had to lower it down to where it is now. So it was up there, and then I put it down here, just so we can put the dinosaur gate here and connect it to this room here. So it all worked out in the end. It works a lot better like this. Right, so let me go on outside here, out of the sanctuary, and head on up the stairs even further until we get to our flying landing platform up here. So this is for our flyers to land safely at the very, very top of the tower. As you can see, this area is huge. If I didn't have the hole in the middle, you could probably fit in a few wyverns up here. You could fit in quite a lot of rock drakes up here, to be honest. Definitely fit at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe six Quetzals up here. You can fit a lot of flyers up here is what I'm trying to tell you. And we can simply take off and fly away from our tower and go off on our adventures if we need to, and then fly back again and land wherever we'd like. There's so many places to land. I could land on this roof here, and then go back inside the base, wherever this takes me. Maybe this is my bedroom here. I can go back into my bedroom and then return to go to bed. But let's put this guy back where he belongs at the very top. Now, the main reason I wanted to keep this hole in the middle is because I thought it was cool to have a hole that goes all the way down through the base to the very bottom. And I also thought it was a cool way if you wanted to use one of your flyers. Say I'm flying this Argentavis, and for whatever reason I need to access the base all the way at the bottom. I can just fly through the hole. Look at this. Let's just go straight in. Let's fly through the hole. We can fly through this hole, fly through this hole. So we can access the entire base on an Argentavis, which is quite fun. I thought I can fly back up and I can land it in the restaurant area, perhaps, with a bit of skill. I can land it up here. Look at this. I can come for a drink. Why not? I can have a little drink with this dodo here. And then I can get back on my flyer. So, yeah, it's quite a fun thing to have the hole. And let's go put him back where he belongs again. Up here. There we go. Well, I think I've shown you the entire interior at this point. I could have gone crazier. I could have had more platforms coming out in different areas. But I kind of like that there's quite a lot going on. But at the same time, it's quite open. Like, it's all quite an open base, which I quite like. I also feel like the colours that I've added on the build really bring the build together. It especially works well on the outside of the base. Here's another additional detail I completely forgot to talk about, was this broken jawed T-Rex head up here. Now, this is from JVH Landscaping as well, so the same mod as the plants. And it's under the Scorched Earth section. You can craft up a skull. So I crafted the top part and the bottom part, and then added them into this ceiling tile right here. My god, it's so loud! The dinos are so loud, I don't believe it. Oh my goodness me. All in all, guys, this build has been made completely vanilla, and just for a few decorations, the only two mods I added was the Aaron Longstar Steampunk Decor mod, and the JVH Landscaping mod, what was for this one, and for the plants. So you can build this base completely modless. I really hope that what I've done has inspired you to do your own. Obviously, you can follow along the tutorial I've just done. And for the interior, guys, I do recommend you go check out the 2025 live stream that I did yesterday. Or wait, it won't be out. Well, yesterday, it'll be 2 days ago for you now. 2 days ago. It will be up on the channel. You'll just have to sort of skip past the bit where the new year comes. So I streamed a whole new year stream. It turned midnight in the UK, where I am. And we set off a load of fireworks over there somewhere. I won't say what I did with the fireworks. It's a bit embarrassing. Maybe just skip past that bit. You'll just get a full-length live stream of me doing the interior. So you'll see exactly what I've done and how I did it. Anyhow, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and base tour. So I just want to say a massive thank you to all my YouTube members. But shout out all the tier 2s and tier 3s. I really appreciate all your guys' support. And if you didn't know, members, I do have an ARK server you can all join. Just pop onto my Discord and ask. A lot of you are already on it, but some of you aren't, so just to let you know, you do have that available to you. If you did find yourself enjoying today's video, don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below what you want me to build next, and why not subscribe? It's completely free and helps me out a ton. And until next time, survivors, love you guys to death, and I'll see you in the next video.